You got a raise. You were supposed to be further ahead, so why does your bank account look exactly the same? Here's what nobody tells you. There is a hidden tax on every single raise, every bonus, every promotion you ever earn. It doesn't go to the government. It doesn't show up on your pay stub. But it silently drains your wealth faster than almost anything else. It's called lifestyle inflation, and most people are paying it their entire lives without ever realizing it. Today, we're breaking it down. What it is, how it works in your brain, why it's engineered to trap you, and exactly how to beat it starting with your next paycheck. Let me paint you a picture. Two people both earning $60,000 a year. One of them saves 15%. The other saves 5%. They both get promoted to $100,000. The first person keeps saving 15% of their new income. Actually, they bump it up to 20. The second person, they upgrade their apartment, lease a new car, start dining out more often, and somehow end up saving the same 5% they always did. 10 years later, the first person has built serious wealth. The second person has a nicer apartment and a newer car and almost nothing to show for it. Same income, completely different outcome. That gap, that's lifestyle inflation doing its work. Lifestyle inflation, sometimes called lifestyle creep, is simple. As your income goes up, your spending goes up to match it. And here's the brutal part. It almost always happens without a conscious decision. Nobody wakes up and says, you know what, I'm going to make sure every raise I ever get disappears into my expenses. It just happens. It happens because of the way your brain is wired. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. Human beings are adaptation machines. We get used to things. The apartment that felt luxurious when you first moved in becomes normal within 6 months. The car that felt like a dream when you drove it off the lot feels ordinary by the end of the year. So the next time you have a little more money, you're chasing that feeling again. A slightly nicer apartment, a slightly newer car, a slightly better restaurant, and the cycle keeps repeating. Then add social comparison on top of that. Your coworker who got the same promotion got a new car. Your friend group is booking nicer vacations. Your Instagram feed is showing you people with lives that look a certain way. Nobody wants to feel left behind. So you upgrade, and then you adapt, and then you upgrade again. This isn't weakness. This is biology. The problem is biology doesn't care about your net worth. You have to build the habits that fight back. Here's the math that should shake you. Let's say you earn $70,000 a year and you're saving 8%. That's $5,600 a year. You get a raise to $90,000. If lifestyle inflation kicks in and you spend that entire $20,000 difference, you're still saving $5,600 a year. You made $20,000 more and built exactly zero additional wealth from it. You just paid the invisible tax. Every single dollar of that raise went into the pocket of your landlord, your car dealer, your favorite restaurant, and a dozen subscription services you barely use. Now flip it. Same scenario, but you apply a rule. We'll get to the exact rule in a minute. And you invest half of that raise, $10,000 a year, into your retirement account or your brokerage account. Do that for 20 years at a reasonable market return. And you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in additional wealth from one rule applied consistently. Let's talk about where lifestyle inflation hides, because it doesn't always look like a big, obvious upgrade. Sometimes it's death by 1,000 small upgrades. Your income goes up, so you start buying the nicer brand of groceries. That's another $300 a month you didn't used to spend. You start getting your car detailed instead of washing it yourself. You upgrade your phone on a new 2-year lease instead of keeping the one that works fine. You add one more streaming service, then another. You start picking up the check more often at dinner because you can. You book business class on a flight that's only 3 hours. Every one of these feels justified. You earned it, and maybe you did. But added together, they can easily consume an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month. $18,000 to $24,000 a year. That is not building your wealth. Here's a concept I want you to sit with. The Joneses are broke. You know the phrase on Keeping Up with the Joneses. The family next door with the big house, the new cars, the nice vacations. What most people don't know is that statistically, the Joneses are carrying significant debt to fund that lifestyle. The average American household carries over $10,000 in credit card debt. Car payments are at all-time highs. Mortgage debt is enormous. The lifestyle that looks wealthy from the outside is very often financed, meaning someone else owns it, not them. You are not competing against wealth. You are competing against debt disguised as wealth. Stop. The research on actual wealthy people is consistent, and it's been documented for decades. In Thomas Stanley's classic book, The Millionaire Next Door, the finding was clear. The people with the highest incomes and the most visible lifestyle symbols, the big houses, the expensive cars, often have surprisingly little actual wealth. Meanwhile, people with modest incomes who consistently invested and lived below their means built enormous net worths quietly. The ones who look rich often aren't. The ones who are rich often don't look it. So how do you fight lifestyle inflation? Here's the system. Rule number 1, the 50% rule. Every time your income goes up, raise, bonus, side hustle income, anything, you commit to directing at least 50% of the increase to savings and investments before you touch it for lifestyle upgrades. The other half? Spend it however you want, guilt-free. This rule does 2 things. It lets you enjoy your progress so you don't feel deprived and abandon the plan. And it forces your wealth to grow every single time your income grows. The 2 move in the same direction together. Rule number 2, automate before you see it. The 50% rule only works if you never see the money in the first place. The moment your raise kicks in, adjust your automatic transfers to savings and your 401k contribution rate. Increase your investment contributions immediately. What you don't see, you don't spend. This is not about willpower. Willpower is limited and unreliable. Systems are not. Rule number 3, do a lifestyle audit. Once a year, go through every single recurring expense you have. Subscriptions, memberships, habits. Ask this question about each one. Does this actually make my life meaningfully better, or am I just used to paying for it? You will find things you can cut without any reduction in actual happiness. That money belongs in your investment account. Rule number 4, delay the upgrade by 90 days. When income goes up, resist the urge to immediately change your lifestyle. Wait 90 days. After 90 days, if you still want the upgrade and you've already directed a significant portion of the raise towards savings, go for it. Most of the time, you'll find the urgency to upgrade fades on its own. You adapt to what you have. Use that adaptation in your favor. Rule number 5, reframe what wealth looks like. Wealthy is not a car. Wealthy is not a watch. Wealthy is not a neighborhood. Wealthy is options. The ability to walk away from a job you hate, to weather a financial emergency without going into debt, to retire earlier than you planned, to take care of the people you love. That is what you are building. Every dollar that goes into investments instead of lifestyle inflation is buying you options. Let's talk about income-generating assets specifically, because this is where the real wealth accelerator lives. When your income goes up, the goal isn't just to save more. It's to deploy that extra capital into assets that generate more income. Index funds compounding over decades. A rental property, a side business that grows. Every dollar you invest instead of spending doesn't just sit there, it works. It generates returns. Those returns compound, and eventually your money is making more money than your lifestyle costs. That is financial freedom. The person earning $60,000 who saves aggressively and invests consistently will often retire wealthier than the person who earned $200,000 a year but matched their lifestyle to every raise. This is not theory. This is the actual data. Income is not wealth. Savings rate is wealth. Net worth is wealth. Here is your action step for today. Go look at your savings rate right now, not what you think it is, what it actually is. Total monthly savings and investments divided by total monthly income. If you got a raise in the last 12 months and your savings rate did not go up, lifestyle inflation already got you. That's okay. Now you know. Your job today is to increase your automatic investment contributions by at least half of whatever your raise was. Do it before you do anything else with that money. The hidden tax is real, but unlike the taxes you pay to the government, this one is completely optional. You choose whether to pay it or not. If this opened your eyes to something, hit that like button and subscribe to Fuel Your Wealth. We post strategies like this every week so you can build real wealth regardless of where you're starting from. Share this with someone who just got a raise. You might save them from making an expensive mistake. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making investment decisions.